Hi there, it's Pastor Tiffany coming to you with our daily check-in. It is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. The wind is a-blowing out there, but then that's an everyday occurrence out here. Don't know what it's like in town where you are, but it's always like that out here. Not really a sunshiny day, but not a horrible day either, but still a chance for you to get out and enjoy this wonderful day that the Lord has given to us. Alrighty. Our trivia. Who was the father of Seth? The answer is Adam! Woo! Way to go, Gretchen! Alrighty. The one for today is who killed James, the brother of John? Who killed James, the brother of John? If you think you know, let me know. Okay, I'm going to do things a little bit differently today, so don't stop, don't fast forward. Please listen to what I have to say. Okay, all right. So we had a Bible study last night. There were 11 of us in the Bible study. It was an awesome time. But I've been thinking a lot since that Bible study, and I want to share with you what I've been thinking. Okay? We had a time after we finished actually studying the Bible to share with one another and talk with one another, and I really felt like that was a very needed time. I think it was something that was long overdue. Why I didn't think of it, I don't know. And I apologize for that, but I honestly didn't think of it until I experienced it last night, and I really think we need to do more of that. Also, then, in terms of thinking about what church is going to look like, how can we do things a little bit differently now that we know that we're going to be like this for a while, okay? So I had a thought, and I want to know what you think about this thought. So please respond in some way if you would, and just let me know what you think. My thought is, and I don't want to do this on a Sunday morning necessarily, because I know that some churches are having issues with the fact that everybody's trying to do live streaming stuff on Sunday morning, and there are glitches and all that kind of stuff going on. Matter of fact, we were told we ought to do what I'm doing, and that is to tape it and then let you watch it whenever, because once it's taped and not live, then there's no disruption in it when you're watching it. So I was thinking, maybe we don't need to do it on Sunday morning, but I want to try a live service via Zoom. Now, here's what I mean by that. What I mean by that is I want to get the musicians involved. And I'm not talking to anybody, I just want to know what your thoughts are at this point. I've not put anything together, but I thought if Erica could play, I think she has somewhere where she could go, where she could be playing and be on Zoom at the same time. If Joe could lead us in song where we all could be singing together. Now, if you don't want to be heard, you can mute your mic, okay? Or I can mute all during the songs and we can all just sing to Joe. So we actually have the music from our musicians. We get to see them. They're playing. And we feel more like we're part of the worship service. The other option then, when we go to Joys and Concerns, we can actually share joys and concerns with one another, and it will feel more like a worship service. It'll be much more interactive type of a thing. So I was thinking maybe on a Saturday evening we could do this. Maybe if we only want to do it once a month, maybe we want to do it every week. I'm not sure. I think we still need to have a worship service online for those who are not able to join us, or maybe somebody who's just going through the internet and happens to find us. I think we still need that as well. So I'm not saying let's get rid of one for the other, but just a thought I had. If you would let me know what you think about that, I would appreciate that. Maybe it won't fly. Maybe it's just something that I haven't thought enough about and don't have all the logistics down. But I'm thinking that every single person in our congregation could be on Zoom at the same time, and we could actually worship together. And I just thought that would be kind of cool. Give me your thoughts. If you think it's a go, I will do everything in my power to make it go. Alrighty, we are in Proverbs chapter 5. I figured this out. It's going to take It's gonna take us, if we have an average of 30 days a month, and it's gonna be 4.5 months for us to get through Proverbs. Wasn't thinking that it was going to take us that long when I started, but we'll go. If y'all get tired of Proverbs, again, let me know. I need you guys to be in communication with me here. Otherwise, you're going to drop off, and I won't even know you dropped off. So, let me know. But we are in Proverbs chapter 5, starting with verse 15, and it says, "Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad, streams of water in the streets, let them be for yourself alone and not for sharing with strangers. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth, a lovely deer, a graceful doe. May her breast satisfy you at all times. May you be intoxicated always by her love. Why should you be intoxicated, my son, by another woman, and embrace the bosom of an adulteress? For human ways are under the eyes of the Lord, and he examines all their paths. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare them, and they are caught in the toils of their sin. They die for lack of discipline, and because of their great folly, they are lost." Alrighty, what is he saying here? What he is saying to us here is, now let's go back and remember that he's been talking to us about prostitutes, about all kinds of sins, how they lead you down the wrong path. Now he's going to go and he's going to talk about how important it is, if you're married, to stay married and stay close to one another. Okay? Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Why does he start out saying that? We have to remember that at that time, water was not readily available the way it is today. That if you had a well, you guarded that water, because that is what kept you alive. And so it was illegal to take water from someone else's well. Okay? So that's why when you're reading through the Old Testament and you see them talking about, this is Jacob's well, this is so and so's well, they dug a well there. That's theirs. Nobody else can use it. That's their well. It's like if you put a well on your property, you would not want your neighbors coming over and using it. That's your well. Okay? Hot commodity at that time was the water. Well guarded. So that's what he's saying here. Drink water from your own cistern. Okay? From your own well. Make sure you stay where you need to be. You don't need to be going off looking for greener pastures somewhere else. You have water. You have a hot commodity. You have something grand here. He says, now that you have that, he says, let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in your wife with your youth, a lovely deer, a graceful doe. Very important that we hang on to our spouses, that we don't go looking for something that looks better. As I say, the grass is always greener on the other side. We don't allow our relationships to become so dull and so routine that we start looking somewhere else, but rather we nourish them, we feed them, we water them, so that they are always exciting, so that they are always full. Not that every moment of every day is. We're all going to have our issues. There's going to be arguments. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. But that's what he's saying here. He's saying, let your spouse satisfy you. Why would you go looking somewhere else? For human ways are under the eyes of the Lord, and he examines all their paths. They are caught, the wicked are caught in the toils of their sin. They die for lack of discipline. Don't get caught in the toil of sin. Don't get caught looking elsewhere when you've got something great right there with you. Alrighty, boom. There you have it for today. Our trivia question is, who killed James, the brother of John? If you think you know, let me know. And again, let me know your thoughts on this whole idea of worshiping together via Zoom. Can't wait to see you again. Went really long today, but I wanted to get that out to you, and I want to hear from you. I'll see you tomorrow.